Back in 2011, Western superhero films were not the juggernauts that they've become today. However, the formula was clearly established. Make a one-dimensional story about good versus evil, with a budget that raises the stakes higher than Hollywood's moral soapbox. Honestly, it's a safe and effective recipe for success. You have characters that provide a power fantasy to the viewer, while creating an explosive spectacle in each iteration. That's just it though. It's a spectacle at best, and not something that is grounded or relatable on a human level. Which is why 2011's Tiger and Bunny was an anime well ahead of its time, especially considering the obvious Western superhero influences it adopts from. Tiger and Bunny is set in a world filled with special ability users called Next, that can use their powers for commercialized entertainment or crime. In Sternbilt City, a unique organized group of Next stars in the widely broadcasted Hero TV, where they subdue criminals live on television while providing exposure to the sponsors that fund them. In this capitalistic world, we follow Kotetsu, known as Wild Tiger, who is a washed-up hero past his prime. While his performance continues to dwindle on Hero TV, the debts of his sponsors rise, eventually leading to a buyout from another company that results in Kotetsu being relegated as a sidekick to a young and brand new hero named Barnaby. Barnaby is patient, calculated, and cares about pleasing the sponsors, while Kotetsu is impulsive and couldn't care less about satisfying corporate interests, which initially leads to the duo butting heads. However, as the show progresses, we see Kotetsu and Barnaby form a mutual respect for one another as they tackle a dark conspiracy lurking over their world. Tiger and Bunny is a superhero show with plenty of action and mystery woven into its narrative. However, the foundation of the show sits on a relatable drama filled with normal people. Instead of superheroes saving the world, we get Kotetsu, a single father struggling to win the approval of his estranged 10-year-old daughter, while facing constant ridicule from his colleagues.
Oh please, this from a guy who has 0 points this season? You're so lame.
Incidentally, this leads Kotetsu to interact with the many supporting characters of the show, and helps explore themes ranging from guilt and insecurity, all the way to trust and companionship. Regardless of how melodramatic the show may get, rarely is there a moment that the show takes itself too seriously. Littered throughout the narrative are hilarious moments of levity that makes the show self-aware of how corny it can be, consequently leading you to laugh at the character's expense. As expected from a superhero story, the dialogue is rife with cheesy one-liners and eye-rolling catchphrases that simultaneously have the characters cringing as they dish them out.
Yeah, what she said.
My ice is a little bit cold. Go on.
Huh? But your crime has been completely put on hold!
Just when you think the show is back to being melodramatic, it delivers a wholesome moment of a younger hero exploring familial love via babysitting a child, only to be disrupted by Kotetsu and Barnaby getting plastered the night before.
Hey, morning you guys! What? Smells like a bar.
Even the romantic moments are filled with subtle levity that gives you a unique show grounded in its characters, while delivering a drama that never becomes too overbearing. Overall, Tiger and Bunny is a superhero show that fits many different molds. At times it feels like a parody of superhero tropes that intelligently and humorously trolls its own characters. Other times it feels like a serious critique of the world we live in, while highlighting the oversaturation of superheroes owned by corporate self-interests. Regardless of the show's main theme, Tiger and Bunny will consistently deliver a show filled with drama and comedy through its character interactions, while weaving in satisfying action and mystery elements that effectively push the overall narrative forward. Also, the villains are pretty damn cool.
No one can escape from their sins. Hear the voice of Thanatos!
Tiger and Bunny is a Western-inspired superhero anime that was well ahead of its time in 2011, consequently making it a show that has aged extremely well. The obvious reflection of modern society presents a show grounded in its characters, while being cynical of the realistic world they inhabit. If you enjoy shows like The Boys, then you'll find the privatized themes of hero entertainment fascinating. If you enjoy anime, like My Hero Academia, then you'll likely resonate with a slice-of-life levity that makes our characters simultaneously super and normal. There are many good reasons why Tiger and Bunny was voted Japan's #1 anime in 2017, but strangely, those reasons never led to greater exposure in Western audiences. With an oversaturated market of derivative superhero films bloating the box office, now would be as good of a time as any to jump into the Western-inspired superhero world of Tiger and Bunny. Also, Season 2 will be releasing soon, so hopefully that generates more hype for this under-the-radar gem. My recommendation would be to give this show at least 4 episodes before moving on to something else. Anyway, that wraps up my recommendation for this video. Take care everybody, I'm off for now.
Hey, my ice is a little cold, but your crime has been complete. Huh? Oh no! My ice is a little cold, but your crime is...
Oh, balls, I'm right.
My ice is a little bit cold. Go on.
Huh? But your crime has been completely put on hold!
Like I said, lame.